Everybody, and welcome to NFL Live. We're just hours away from Week 8. We'll get you ready for Panthers and Falcons. Also going to tell you some surprise teams that might make a playoff push, and you can see them here. Keyshawn Johnson. Well, you can't see him yet. Oh, there he is. All right. Whoa. Keyshawn Johnson. There's Dan Orlovsky. Marcus Spears is behind me, and Adam Schefter with us as well. Shefty, let's start with this. What's the latest for Christian McCaffrey tonight?
Well, Laura, the Panthers officially did not activate Christian McCaffrey by the 4 p.m. deadline, which means he is ineligible to play tonight against the Atlanta Falcons. And the next chance for him to play comes November 8th at Kansas City. And the sense is he'll be ready for that game. Meanwhile, Andy Dalton, the Dallas Cowboys quarterback, remains in concussion protocol. He's in the building today, still has not passed through concussion protocol tests, which means Sunday night in Philadelphia, it's looking more and more like Ben DiNucci will be the Dallas Cowboys starting quarterback. And then Julian Edelman, the Patriots wide receiver, underwent a knee procedure this morning. He is not expected to play Sunday at Buffalo against the Bills, and he is expected to miss some time. So a Patriot offense that had been struggling now will be struggling without Julian Edelman, Laura.
All right, Adam with us for the rest of the show. Marcus, how big a deal is this Julian Edelman news?
It's not to me. And the only reason is it's not that Julian Edelman isn't a key contributor, but this is about Cam Newton and how well he can play. It doesn't matter who your receivers are. If he's going to throw one pick out of every 5 passes, that's beside the point. You could have Jerry Rice out there. So Cam Newton has to elevate his game. And the whole thing we thought about was Cam Newton adding to this offense by his athletic ability. But Julian Edelman, it's a big loss within the facility. But to me, this is about Cam Newton and how he can bounce back.
Yeah, but like the Patriots have only had one good passing game this year, and that was against Seattle. And the big receiver in that game was Julian Edelman. So, I mean, this is a really, really big deal for an offense that's trying to find ways to be better, a passing game that's trying to find ways to generate some positivity. This is a must-win game for New England, an absolute must-win. And Julian Edelman, for everything that people think he is, shows up in big games. To not have him in the must-win game, if the Patriots lose, their season's over.
It hurts. There's no question about it. It hurts that Julian won't have an opportunity to play with Cam in this situation. Much like you said, I believe the same thing. If they lose this football game to the Buffalo Bills, it's a wrap. You might as well kind of start looking forward to 2021.
Yeah.
And for Cam to be effective, he's got to have somebody that he can trust.
Right.
I mean, he's got to have somebody.
Yeah, guys, Edelman leads all Patriots receivers in targets, receptions, and yards. So that kind of tells you all of it right there. All right, let's get to an AFC North rivalry clash that never disappoints. Steelers at Ravens on Sunday with some serious divisional implications on the line. According to our Football Power Index, Pittsburgh's chance to win the division would jump to 68% with a win. Same goes for the Ravens, as a win would bring their chance to win the AFC North to 70%. So it basically all comes down to this. There's a lot at stake between the 25th meeting of Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh, the most between two head coaches in the Super Bowl era. So, Key, how did the Ravens slow down a QB who is getting the ball out of his hands quicker than anyone else in the NFL, and that would be Big Ben?
Well, you make him hold on to the football. And how you do that is get up in the receiver's face, get up in Juju's face, get up in James Washington's face, get up in Johnson's face, Chase Claypool's face, jam them at the line of scrimmage, disrupt. And I think when you look at the secondary of Baltimore, they can do it. Humphreys can do it. Peters can do it. Smith can do it. And when they're running with them, he's going to pull the ball down and look for that second and third option. And if you're all over him in man-to-man coverage, there's nothing he can do but throw the ball away or get hit in the face.
Yeah, Key's exactly right, because this game is about first down. Like, you got to win first down with your press coverage. Laura hit on the fact that, like, Big Ben, they want to go 3 yards in a cloud of dust, so to speak, with their offense, ball getting out so quickly. So Baltimore can and will play press man coverage. If you think of the way that they played the Chiefs and really their bunch set, there's multiple ways. Sometimes they'll lock, where Key, you talked about, you got to bang the point, and then those guys will play lock. Sometimes they'll play in and out, where that inside defender takes the in guy, the outside guy takes the outside guy. They got to be on different levels, because Pittsburgh loves to get in their bunch, and then they'll play a different version, which is Halo, where he will pound the point, that defender, and then take the the back receiver, and that inside defender will take the point. And there's got to be different ways that they're going to defend. But look at it. This is lockdown. This is exactly what Key is pointing out to, is they are going to have to, in certain situations, line up, get in those Pittsburgh Steelers receivers' faces and go, listen, you're not going to get these dink and dunk passes. They are going to challenge. and dare Big Ben and this receiving crew to throw the ball over their heads. So they got to be great defending that bunch set that Pittsburgh loves to get into. And then on early downs, they got to go, we're going to be more physical, and we're going to make you try to win this football game throwing it over our heads. And Key brings up a great point. They got the guys to do it in Baltimore's defense.
Yeah, listen, I love what both of you guys are. And this game, schematically and obviously, you have to have a plan and things you plan on doing. But for me, it boils down to a lot of guys that you and Key mentioned, that Key mentioned off the top with Humphries and Peters and Jimmy Smith, but also Calais Campbell, Judon, Yannick Ngakoue, who they just signed, as far as the Ravens getting pressure on Ben and making sure when those guys are locked up, you don't allow him to extend plays. I played in this rivalry. This rivalry is about making plays. And usually it's the superstars that come up big when you look at the stat line at the end of the game. We talk about TJ Watt, how good he's been all season long. Bud Dupree, that's on the other side for the Steelers. So, yeah, we can talk about formations. We can talk about how quick Big Ben is getting the ball out of his hand. This is about beating the man in front of you. And sometimes it's good to get that portion of football back in a league where we have so much jet sweep and so many different formations and so many things offenses are doing to play eye candy. This is a straight up beat the man in front of you.
Yeah, and it's interesting because for a long time, this game was about the line of scrimmage. Like this game was about my 5 offensive linemen and your 4 defensive linemen. And now it really is going to be about the perimeter. You know, I've said that the Pittsburgh Steelers offense, at least people-wise, represent the Chiefs in a little bit. And so that's why I think that the Baltimore Ravens will try to bring that physical brand, right, that we're so notorious for with the line of scrimmage. They're going to bring that physical brand out to the perimeter, Key, and try to bang those receivers on the outside. And to your point, make Big Ben hold the football.
You know, as a quarterback, if you got to reset and recock and look again, and somebody's going to be right in your teeth. Yeah. You know that in Baltimore is going to bring that physicality, no question about it.
Yeah, and they'll play it connected, too. That's what it means to, like, tie the coverage to the rush. Your point, hit him at the line of scrimmage, those receivers, and that gives that rush, Marcus knows it, another half a second to get home.
You know, you mentioned the dink and dunk quality sometime of the Steelers offense. One thing that's interesting, they actually have lacked explosiveness significantly, the second fewest number of 10-yard plays, ahead only of the Jets.
Good stat.
All right, still to come on NFL Live, the Browns offense will definitely have a different vibe after losing OBJ to a season-ending